Alright guys, this is the beginning of part 2. Now we're doing some shooting. Part 1 was all about the setup and putting all the pieces, parts, bells and whistles, salt and pepper on this. Getting it all ready to go. Making sure everything's lubricated so it'll shoot and move and groove. So now we're going to do our shooting. We'll come back at you with the numbers from that. We're also showing you how tweaking it, how I'm doing on the different PSIs and where we're going to be. And then we'll wrap that up and we'll finish part 2. Alrighty. Thanks for watching, guys. So if everything works right today, these are going to be the 5 weights we're going to test out. 99 grain, the 119, 150, 167, 173. These are my standard top 5 that work in pretty much 99% of the air rifles. So that's what we're going to play with in the old 357 Challenger Elite from good old Terry at foxairpower.com. Alright, gents. So, I've already done a little bit of shooting. Now, just as I received the rifle, this was set to about, give or take, it's very tiny gauge, but about 2,700 PSI or 2 3/4 bar, with the numbers that are on there. It's not exact, it's hard to see. So what I did is it was giving me some nice numbers. I started with the 150 grain bullet. Nice numbers, but I was trying to see if I can play with it and tighten it up a bit. So I decreased it a fraction, okay? Now, you have to remember, whatever your gauge is set at, once your fill pressure starts to drop at a certain point, it's not going to make much of a difference. So if you've got your gauge set really high, like the, let's say, 3,000, 3,500, you're filling the gun to 4,500, once you're using more air per shot, you're going to get less shots, and the spread's going to be a little wider. The other thing I did is I unscrewed with the tool. I took the muzzle brake off and threw on a suppressor so I can shoot in the house without having to wear the earplugs. So that's what we're doing. So let's see what we wind up with. It did change the point of aim here about 1 inch in the basement. Now you guys are going to notice when you first get your rifle, when you go to cock it, you can feel that spring dragging and catching, okay? The more you do it, the easier it's going to get. Remember, this is all stiff right from the factory. That was it. That was 10 shots. So it's a 10-shot magazine if you get it all the way back. I'm right at the 800s right now. I've just done 10 shots. My 10th shot dropped, but that just could be a fluke. We're going to put some more slugs in it and keep going. I have a feeling that this rifle is going to eat up a lot of my lead. In a good way, because it seems to be extremely efficient. So, you know, all the other rifles, the big bores, of course, this is the smallest I've dealt with. You know, using more air, bigger bullets, more weight. This one, everything is so much smaller, it's a lot more efficient. Now, okay. Am I reading this wrong? Let's see. 722. So, head around, double check again. All right, now the gauge has settled down. It's around 2,000. And what it's giving me is right around shot number 8. It's dropped from the 800s. Now it's in the low 700s. And I've still got 3,300 in there. So I think I want a little more juice, so I'm going to tweak it and get a little more power. So we're going to counterclockwise to increase. And when you do it, you can see this gauge move just a fraction. So I don't know. Let's see if I can. I don't even know if I can do this. Okay. And you can hear the air move. We're going to put our 4,500 back up in there. And again, guys, the more you do this, the more the parts are going to settle in. All right? This doesn't, I don't just get it set the first time out. You have to continually play with it. Try it again. Okay, so my third attempt here. I'm doing my best with my limited vision, no magnifying glass. I've got the regulator set about 2,400 psi. You know, just a little less than half between, you know, the 2 and the 3. And 4,500 psi fill, 10 shots in the mag. We started at 894 I ended at 860. So for 10 shots, we only dropped 30 feet per second. And it's a steady decline. 94, 93, 83, 82, 877, 67, 73, 65, 64, 60. A little back and forth. But steady, perfect textbook air consumption and usage. So now I have my base mark with the 150s. We'll go back start with the 99s and work our way up. Now, the 150 is the biggest it will fit the magazine. So the 167 and the 173s, I'll have to use my single shot tray made out of archery foam, or if I have a plastic tray that my friend Ian had sent me, I'll see if I have one that fits. So go take a bathroom break, discuss topic amongst yourselves. Hollow points rule, solid suck. Okay, and we'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, I want to show you something. So, granted, there's only 15 yards, but that little tiny hole, that is 10 bullets, 150 grain. This thing is dead nuts accurate, buddy. DNA. Okay guys, so I'm trying, I'm playing around with, different doodads. So I've got the Ronin, which I believe you can get at Fox Air Power from Terry, where the rifle comes from, along with all these bullets. So I've got the Ronin on there. I've got my Fox Air Power coffee cup with, ooh, it's not coffee this time. The wife slipped me some colon cleanser. So if I have to take a quick break and make a run, you'll know why. Thank you, honey. She always wants me to be moving and grooving. Okay, so we've got 10 shots in. Mark our numbers. This is 99 grain, 2400 psi, 4500 psi fill. Let's make sure we're up to par. This is why you need an industrial compressor and 10 tanks of air. Because, this is 8 to 16 hours of shooting. All right. This was in 10 shots in the high 900s. I could probably go down, tweak it down a fraction. But I'm going to leave it where it's at. Like I said, I go for big game, so I'd rather have a middle of the road. Yeah, I'm liking this. Let's move it up. Okay, so this is the 99. I'm not happy with this. I think the bullet is too short for the speed, because I'll get a couple here, and then I'll get a couple up here, and then a couple here, and then a couple up here. So, because I have this set up for a little more punch with the heavier slugs, I don't want to reduce my pressure. Again, it's not too bad, but if it's a little sloppy here at 15 yards, it's going to be even sloppier at 100 yards. So I'm still trying to figure out how we can make this work without having to, being set for the heavier bullets. Let's do the 119s. But that is the 119. That is very, very tight, guys. Toit like a toiga. Now this is the single shot tray I was telling you about. Since I don't need to make one, my friend Ian has sent me one in advance. That fits right in. Now I can shoot the big boys. So we're on the 173s now. Let's air this baby up. So I'm going from 4,500 to somewhere around 3,000, give or take 31, 32 100 psi for start to finish for 10 shots. We can do more, but I don't really see the need. All right. 173. Got the Donnie on. 3. 2400. 4,500 psi. Gotta have my notes so I can make you the proper charts. And again, we're using the single shot tray. From 4,500. The numbers are looking good all the way across. Okay, guys, let's wrap this up. All right, so that's the 180, the 173. That is the 173. Darn, that is nice. This gun is accurate. All right, fellas. Oh. Goobly goo. Okay. After 3 days of running this beast, I got the good, the bad, and the ugly. You're looking at the ugly. So now let's go with the good and the bad. So, I'm getting more than 10 shots. It's a 10-shot magazine. I'm getting more than 10 shots, but I stopped at 10 because I thought that was a good quitting point. 4,500 psi fill to start with, and then I'm ending up between 3,000 and 3,100 finishing pressure. You know, as what I'm doing. So, you know, for the 10 shots. The regulator I have set at somewhere around 2,400 psi, or just under 2.5 bar with the numbers, or whatever they call that. So I'm getting really good numbers, 10 good shots. The string is very, very tight. The only bullet that I was disappointed with the accuracy performance is the 99. I think this is too fast. It's too much air. I have to lower the regulator for the 99. I think it's too much. And then it would be underpowering the heavier bullets. So I'm leaving it where it is and not worrying too much about it. It's still not bad, but the other bullets are so much nicer and tighter in the group. So just a quick run. I'll put the charts in the video like I always do. But the 99 grain for a 10-shot average was around 995 feet a second, giving me about a 217 foot-pound, which is a lot for a coyote. The next bullet up, which was superb, the 119. That bullet is beautiful. That's giving us an average of around 950 feet a second, 238 foot-pounds. Very accurate bullet, proven in multiple air rifles. Then we bounce up to the 150. Again, marvelous. The 150 average is around 880, and that's giving us, that gave me my best foot-pounds, 266. So that's the sweet spot, is the 150 grain bullet for this rifle. Then went up a little heavier to the 167. The average is right around 790, 800 feet a second, 237. And the heaviest that I shot is the 173. And that is giving me around a 780 average with a 233, just a couple of foot-pounds less than 167. So the 119 up to the 173, all, the groups are nice, they're sweet, the speed is there. I'm very happy. Like I said, the sweet spot for me so far is the 24-ish. It's not 25. It is not in the middle. It's this side, on the lesser side of 25. That's why I'm saying between 23 and 24 on the gauge. So, as you see, I got the single shot tray. I got that from Ian White. Fits perfect. I didn't have to cut anything up for that. Thank you, Ian. Again, this is, the fill port is screwed in tight. I took the muzzle brake off, and I have two different suppressors. I have one that Neil Clegg made me, and then I got the Donnie FL that I believe Terry has something. I don't know if he has this particular one or not. This was, I think, the Ronin. I'm going to make myself seasick here looking for it. Yeah, this is the Ronin, and just like with all the Elites, I just threw the big old monkey wrench on there and broke loose. You could heat it up maybe a little easier with the Loctite with a hair dryer, but I don't have a hair dryer. Hence, it's a tool that's not in my household. So I just grabbed the monkey wrench and unscrewed it. And then you've got the muzzle brake and then a little slip collar. Take the slip collar off. Otherwise, you've only got like a ½ an inch to screw on. You want all your threads for support. And it's pretty good. Change the point of aim just a little bit between suppressors, but you know, again, that's part of the testing and the playing. Both were really good. No clipping, no problems. Like I said, with the 99, I shot it without the suppressors, with the suppressors, both of them, high pressure, low pressure. It just didn't like, I think it's the heavy pressure. I could be wrong, but I don't feel like playing with it more just to get, you know, one lightweight bullet to work. The 119 will do everything that the 99 will do, you know, and they all fit the magazine. Magazine, 150 grain and under fits, so you're good with that. You don't need to go single shot unless you want to. Saw me put the barrel band on from David at Black Arts Design. You know, just make sure you get the top screw in first, get it tight, then you can pull the other two in. That, I think, does it, guys. I really like this. You know, everything's working well. It's super accurate. The only thing left is to get out, you know, 50, 60, 7,500 yards and throw some bullets downwind to see how they are. I already know the bullets are accurate because we've tested them with the other different air rifles. But as always, I like to do as many videos as I can to prove that I'm not just running my mouth and polishing my head. So for me and everybody here at Mr. Hollow Point, which happens to be me, I'm everybody, I want to thank Terry Fox at Fox Air Power. If you're interested in any of this, I believe all of this can be purchased on his website. The rifle, the suppressor, the barrel band, I believe, and the bullets. You can get everything right from one-stop shop. I said I'm using a $36 Amazon scope rail, which I just stumbled upon. I think it's pretty unique because it's got so many adjustments. And any questions about bullets, contact me, Mr. Hollow Point. Anything about the rest of this, you can contact Terry Fox at foxairpower.com. Or you go to David's website directly for barrel bands at Black Arts Design. So, again, like I said, I don't know what else I can tell you. It is like all the elites, you can tune it and tweak it just right for either one bullet or like I've got it set up for a multitude of bullets. Super sweet rifle. I really, really am happy with this. So, I'll stop the video. We'll end it right here so I can start doing something else. Maybe get some chrome polish for the head. Anyways, here at Erectile Dysfunction Center, thank you guys for watching, and we'll come back at you with another informative video. Because you remember, if you got all the information, you can make an informed decision. I made that up myself. All right, thank you guys. Bye-bye.